Hi, I'm Lily from Merino y Vino, and today I'm going to show you how I simultaneously dyed a semi-solid yarn and a variegated yarn. So you can see here that I'm getting the water ready for the semi-solid in the pan in the back, and I measure the dye and I put the yarn in. The yarn is already pre-soaked. Then with the pan in front, I put in the yarn that is pre-soaked, and I start making lines of color. And I start with yellow because I want the yellow to hit the hardest and not have any bleeding. You can also see that every once in a while I go back to the pot in the background and move the yarn to try to get a more even distribution of color. On the front pan, after I did the yellows, I did navy blue in the middle, and I left a little bit of space because I didn't want any green. And lastly, I used the same mix of burgundy on the sides, which will match the semi-solid yarn in the pot behind. And you can kind of see that the colors move a little bit as we go. So now we just kind of let it sit. Sometimes I press down, and then since the heat on my pan isn't even, I turned it around. And you can see here that this is what the semi-solid looks like in the pot, and that the dye pot's just about cleared. And you can see it looks almost like a solid, which is great. Lastly, you can get an idea of how the yarn changes a little bit. You can see I flipped it over and dyed the same colors on the other side. There was a little bit of bleeding, which makes some different colors. You can see that sometimes the burgundy hit harder in places than in others, but that's what makes it fun. You get all these different shades, and it makes for a really beautiful yarn that goes perfectly with the semi-solid. We have some nice yellow and navy blue, some warm colors, and these would make beautiful yarns for hats, shawls, socks, any accessory that you can basically think of. So I hope you enjoyed this video.